This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I touched me. Remember when me tell you say I touched me. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But then the way you me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I did. For me the fall and the rest of man I tell you what I am. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans, if for freedom had to die, we will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not them? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes,
conquer us. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma chọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ihe niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tigata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wuzi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ihe ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara ewepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe arụgidere ụlọ a na ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wee chere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwu okwu ka enwe mmekọrịta bụ nke ndị ụnụkọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye ghara ndụ kpakụ onye ire rie n'ihe ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwekwe na ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro ekwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ụmụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ.
Akụkọ akọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo awụkpafu n'obodo Naijiria gaja
ọ bụ site na akpamasị ihe na-eme anyị dịka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu akụkọ mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe kwegbuo anyị wu nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na na-esi etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu o doo na onye onwe onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụbụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ ibe mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na-achọghị ụdị nka ọ wụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ.
onye si na a ga-ata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị mgbe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala ihe n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememile ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm jiri ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ekwu ndị iro anyị anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkụ nwa mgbe mmiri na Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememiri na fero sikwa otu a mee ka fero bụ ọgụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị ga-ebite onwe eto akwụkwọ igiri ụtọ ọsọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụbụ nwa bụ ekele n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị n'oge malite n'oge ọgwụgwụ kama anyị nwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akpọ na ogbu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe na-ekebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu abịa ma
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. We have come once again to discuss, share views as we always do. We have come once again to encourage each other. This is the evening section of the program we did in the morning. When you look at the topic, it's just the same line with what we did in the morning. So we got to make some revisions and then we go to the Nigerian media and their reports. This is how we are going to be doing it all the time, morning and evening, to make sure that the voice of the Biafran people is heard, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not silenced, to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa legacy is not destroyed. So, in this platform, as I always say, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We don't come to this platform to attack people or to attack individuals. We are not in the business of propaganda or blackmail. The only thing we do in this platform is to continue to propagate the gospel of freedom, the gospel of peace. We will continue to present Biafra to the whole world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. That is why we always anchor our program as many times as we can. With any little opportunity we have, we come online and we speak to Biafrans, we speak to the people of the world, we speak to the one Nigerians, we speak to everyone that is concerned. That is what we have signed up for, and we will continue to do so. So this evening, as we always do, we are still going to be talking about the situation in the contraption called Nigeria, the supremacy of the caliphate, the Fulani Caliphate supremacy. We talked about it in the morning in details. If you didn't watch our morning program, try to go and watch our morning program so that you can be able to understand these information in detail. But in a nutshell, the Fulani supremacy is something that every one of us has seen. If you are born in the contraption called Nigeria and you are of age, you must have seen this Fulani supremacy. You must have noticed it. You feel it in every area. You feel it in Nigerian administration. You feel it in Nigerian governance. You feel it in every policy, Nigerian policy. You will feel the Fulani supremacy in it. Today in Nigeria, Fulanis are the highest criminals you have in Nigeria, the highest fraudsters. They have been stealing federal funds in billions, in trillions. So many of them have been indicted on so many occasions, but they are never held accountable. None of them is held accountable. You can imagine today, somebody that called himself the Attorney General of the Federation is in court for fraud. Not only that, he is in court for sponsoring terrorism. This was the same man that went to Kenya and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, came to Nigeria and celebrated. These were the same people that made sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is detained simply because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was exposing the caliphate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was exposing their Islamization of Nigeria agenda, the Fulanization of Nigeria agenda. And the funniest is that when you see them talk about Islam, they are not Muslims. These Fulanis, what they practice is not Muslim, it's not Islam. Because the way they behave, the way they act, the way they do their things has nothing to do with Islam. They do not even like other people from other regions that are practicing the same religion with them. They go after them, they destroy their properties and take their life. All they want is themselves and themselves. That is why even in Nigeria, a governor have come on national television and said that Fulanis only regard themselves as Fulani. They don't care about you. They do not care about me. It doesn't matter what relationship we have. A Fulani man don't care about you. He only care about a fellow Fulani. And that is how they operate. Until you begin to understand this, you will be wasting your time trying to form a country with them. I played a video today where one of our brother who is from Yelwata that is speaking in the United States have said it, that he never believed that a day will come when he will ask for a different state from this gentleman. But from all indication, that is what is going to happen. That is what is going to happen. Because they are not going to slow down and they're not going to stop. These are people who are forcing Sharia into a secular state. A state that we all know that is a secular state. In fact, Nigeria is majority Christians. Nigeria is majority Christians. And yet they are forcing Sharia into Nigeria. Even with the warnings that have been given, with the actions of Donald Trump, they are still moving forward to destroy life, to destroy properties, to make sure that nothing works in Nigeria. How long are we going to continue to pretend that all is well? The more you continue to pretend that you can live the Fulanis, the more they prepare to take you out. The Fulanis will never back down on Fulanization of Nigeria. Islamization of Nigeria. This is an assignment that they came into Nigeria with. I don't know why people forget that history. Ottoman Danfodio came into Nigeria to occupy Nigeria. He succeeded with the Hausas by deceiving them. He deceived the Hausas to take away their leaders by themselves. And the Hausas trusted the Fulanis, thinking that they were good. They came with the message of that their leaders in the north are corrupt. They told the Hausas that all their leaders are corrupt. And the Hausas listened to them, thinking that they were talking to human beings. And the Hausas joined them to kill all their leaders. That was how Fulani took over Hausa land. And they began to answer Hausa Fulani. From Hausa Fulani today, they have distanced themselves completely from the Hausas. When they see that they have grabbed enough land, they have gotten enough food in all parastatals in Nigeria, in every area and corners of Nigeria, they are in charge. Today, they have come out with their true colors. Banditry and kidnapping is the order of the day in Nigeria. And these Fulanis are using the money they stole from Biafra land to bribe the international communities to change narrative against us, against the innocent people in that country of Nigeria, against the Christians. This is what is happening in Nigeria today. It is not a propaganda, blackmail, or like I have told you that in this year, this is not a year of propaganda, a year of blackmail, a year of saga. No. We say it the way it is. And whatever you hear from this platform, go and verify yourself. Go and make your verification. Most of the information we speak here, at the end of the day, you hear them saying it in their own national assembly, in their own national TV. The same thing we are saying here. Today, I have seen so many videos where people are now admitting that the only solution today is disintegration. Imagine with all the pressure that is coming from right, left, and center, yet the kidnapping continues. And up to this time, even when their so-called president came out and called these people terrorists, yet there is no media house that addresses them as terrorists. There is no media house in Nigeria that addresses them as terrorists. They are still calling them bandits. Tell me why they prefer to use that word bandit instead of terrorist. Can you sit down and think, why is it that the media of Nigeria chose that name bandit? There is no other reason than to make them acceptable. to the society than to make their case mild, than to give them that opportunity to continue to perpetrate evil and carry the terrorist act. I have said it several times. Terrorists that can shoot down an aircraft, terrorists that can overrun, bandits that can shoot down an aircraft, bandits that can overrun barrack. How are they bandits? How are they mad? Bandits that will attack a convoy, complete army barrack and take it over. And yet they refer to them as bandits. The Nigerian government is fully part of the terrorism that is happening today. There's nothing you can say about it. The Nigerian government is fully involved, sponsoring it directly and indirectly. That is why they were able to spend our own money, $9 million, to turn the table against us. You can imagine. They use the money from our land to pay lobbyists to turn the tide against us. But as Chukwu have it, the more they try, the more they fail. Each time they make that move, they fail woefully. Each time they try that move, they fail more and more, and they will continue to fail. So wherever you are and you're watching this program, I urge you in the name of Chukwu, do not relent in your effort. Do not ever relent in your effort. Whatever you are doing, continue to do it. Continue to speak. This is not the time to be silent. Once you keep silent, they are going to overrun us. It is time for every single one of us to continue to speak, to continue to shout, to continue to talk. Whatever you know you can do at this particular point in time, please do it. This is not the time for silence. It is not the time for pretense. It is not the time for infighting. It's not the time for saga. Not the time for unnecessary misunderstanding. We must focus on that which matters. And what is that matters? What matters today is the survival of the Biafran people. The survival of the Biafran people. We must take back our land by all means necessary, no matter what happens. No matter the cost, we must defend our land. That's why I thank Chukwu Abiyama that there are so many Biafrans that are not distracted. In Biafran land, you see the massive movement of protests in several states to call for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also congratulate Donald Trump for what he's doing. That is a very wonderful move. For them to know that they cannot subdue us. We are fearless in the face of our enemy. No matter what they do, we will continue to protest. We will continue to show our grievances. We will continue to show our disapproval of the contractual of Nigeria. A lot of people have been visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. And I appreciate Chukwu Abiyama for touching the heart of many people to be visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to give him courage and let him know that he's not alone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not alone. It doesn't matter where they take him. No matter where they take him to, we will continue to talk about him, we will continue to celebrate him, and we will continue to make sure that his voice is not silenced. So I appreciate every one of you that joined me this evening, and we are going to go to their conventional media this evening. On just their conventional media, we are going to try to bring a report from those that visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recently. Our sister, Lolo Neka, that visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to hear her own account, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told her, what she saw. We are going to try as much as possible to hear that. She made a report of that visit on one of the stations, and we are here to bring it to you so that you can hear what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directed her to do, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, how he's feeling. The report from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. Pay attention on this program. You are going to learn a lot. So many of us are missing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So many of us are missing information. But with the report that is coming from this sister, you will understand a lot of things. We are not giving up. The pronunciation of Biafra is coming close. A strong force is going to mention Biafra very soon. I said it at the beginning of this year that in 2026, Biafra is going to be a nation. It will be mentioned. It will be mentioned. It will come on the table. Let us continue to pray in unity of purpose. Let us continue to do what we have to do. And I bet you, at the end of the day, victory will be ours. Let us listen to the system.
Our ambassador. Biko Atibu, edile mwote. Ndị mmanya ha tọ nnapụ ha ntọ n'ego n'ebe ọ na-achọghị ịbata n'abaka ha tọrọ ya ego ji lọtawa. Ha tọrọ ya ego. Mgbe na azụrụ m echebala ndị bụ redio ma agbalitela m ya. Adigbo one, our ambassador. Agaziere gị nwanne mmadụ. Oge agha kara aka odola. Lọ́lọ́dẹ́ ka Chinezie Madam Pinto, good morning. Adị Igbo ji eje mba, Isalachi, Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ. Ọ bụ na m abụdoro onye Igbo agba m ihe m ga-eme onwe m. Ana m asị onye biri ibe ya biri. Ise maka na onye biri ibe ya biri, elu ụwa dịrị anyị na mkpa. Ịghọtago, lọ́lọ́dẹ́ ka Chinezie ịgala ya bụ mba, ifele ya bụ mmiri asaa, iyi asaa, agbara asaa. Bandit asa, terrorist asa, effectively a day, figure that state Sokoto, to make a home as in London, Cabo, number, to God. Campo Nana making Olisa, guys were Gaija, Guy of Manu, was a very smooth ride. I for Mazin Africa, Mazin the man. Emana from your gun on our Uli. Oge gara ụlọ ikpe ma ọ nọ na DSS. Kịta ka anyị ga-ama na Maazị mara mma okorobịa. Ahụ dị ya mma, ọ na-amụke, na-amụso amụ. Ịma na ọ bụkwa onye amụ, hapụ iwe wepụ onye abụkwa onye amụ, onye abụ onye nkanga, onye abụ onye na-akpa mmadụ. So oge ọ fụrụ m obi bụ ya saa aṅụrị, amadị m ka o si wee mata ihe m na-eme wee kenee m na ọrụ m na-arụ. Saa anyị jisi ike. Anyị ndị anyị na-eso ije abụ eze infat ọ eze chere m na his entourage anyị ji wee gaa ije anụnwa nlekpe n'anya n'ihe ndị nsedụrụ ga-ahụ ya mụọ eze bịakwa kpee ekpere mamadị m house spiritual that every kingdom dị ha na-eme more of ikpe ekpere ọkụ ụdị ikwu okwu dị anya ọbịa kpee ekpere wee si na Chukwu ndị Igbo ga-edunata Nnamdị Kanụ na ọnụ ihe ya ji wee bịa ka ya si ya jisi ike na anyị fụrụ ihe ọ na-eme and ihe ọ na-eme dị anyị mma. Anyị na oche ndị Igbo na Sokoto kpọtakwa ntọraji ya. In fact, Igbo dị mma eme ndị Igbo asị Igbo afụrụ onwe ha n'anya, Igbo a na-enyere onwe ha aka ha na-ekwa nsị ọrụ. Ihe a bụcha ndị a azụ na Lagos bịazie na-emedo omume pụta omume ndị obodo a na ndị azụ n'ugwu Awụsa. Nwafọ Igbo bụ nwafọ Igbo azụ n'ala Igbo nwụju mmiri ara afọ na-eme ọtabi onye nwanne na-enyere nwanne ya ka ihe eji mara ndị Igbo wee inye aka. Ndị a moto ruru 6 pụtasịa bịa bụrụ anyị ma eze ndị Igbo na Sokoto ọha na eze prezident na Sokoto, onye isi ndị Igbo na Anambra, onye isi ndị Igbo Anambra, onye isi ndị Igbo Enugu, ha ncha dị steeti onye isi ha bịara ọha na eze bịa akpọpụtasị amadi past ones moto ha ka eji kwara anyị gasịa ha pụtakwaga nye anyị nri kwọkwa anyị n'airport. Enweghị na-enye stress ịchọkwa taxi ma ọ bụ anything. So ọ gaa na-alụ pụkwa that spirit eji na-alụ ya. Anyị wee fụ maazị obi tọọ maazị ụtọ njọ ya ụfọdụ ajụjụ nsị ya zie m ozi. Ajụjụ m jụrụ ya bụ ọtụtụ ihe na-agbagwoju ndị mmadụ anya na-efegharị n'iru akwụkwọ anyị amara nke bụ nke sọkwa agbagwoju m anya. Nke m jụrụ ya si ya biko kedu ndị anyị na-eso eso, kedu ndị awọ m onye IPOB abụọ m onye ESN, mana onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo si na ihe ndị IPOB na-eme ọ naghọ kwado ma ọ bụ si ya kwado asị mọchụka ndị kwadoro maka ihe ha na-ekwu okwu ha na-ekwu gbasara ọnọdụ Igbo bụ eziokwu and sọsọ ya nwa nwere ike ime ewu isonye n'ụzọ nwere ike na-etinye ọnụ and eto aka ọtụtụ ndị Igbo si na-eme masị ya biko kedu ndị bụzi ndị otu gị ọ bụ ndị otu Simon Ekpa ka ọ bụ DOS kedu ndị Igbo ga-elegara anya tata ọ sị m na ọ DOS na DOS bụ IPOB afọ anya tata na onye nwa hiwere DOS ọkwa ya ma kwuru onye isi DOS si ya biko ezi ihe kpatara iji wee nwee DOS oge ị bara na nga ịpụta osi onye a ga na-ege ntị bụ Simon Ekpa ebe ị nwere DOS ọ sị m n'oge ya gara ebe anwa ya na nwa amadi ahụ debe ahụ ka onye otu mana okwu ikwu sọsọ ihe ya gwara ya awụ ya kwubu okwu n'igwe okwu were gbasawa okwu na ihe nyerikwa ya onye isi ya bụ Simon Ekpa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sị na ihe ya gwa Simon Ekpa bụ ebe o nwere olu nkwuwa okwu ya si ya were igwe okwu ọwụ naanị ofu onye na-agbasa ozi n'igwe okwu ndị a ọtụtụ ndị na-agbasa ya wesịa ngwa ebe ọ nọ n'ebe ahụ ọ nọ ya were igwe okwu gbasawa okwu na ọ na-ama n'ụhụ na mgbe ya so n'ọkụ eriwapụ ọzọ ihe a na-ekwu ka a na-eme ya gwakwa ndị mmadụ onye sokwere ihe onye a na-ekwu na ọ bụghị ihe ekwuru ka ọ na-eme anụrụ m mgbe ọsọ ya kwube n'ụkwazi mgbe ọ pụtara sị na ihe a abụghịkwa ihe asị mebe mgbe esi ya oge ọ dị mma enwegwe ndị otu dịkwa iche iche kịta na-afapụte nna afụmanya David Rising Sun ọ dịkata ha na-ede akwụkwọ na-ekwu okwu dịzi ka gị na ha ọ na-arụ maka na na onye isi David ma ọfụma ya dị mma okwu ya si ya ka eji ihe ọchịchị dịka agbachapụziri ndị DOS nwanọ bụ ndị na ọdụ ka ndị otu a bụ ndị isi omepe ọnụ sị m na ọtụtụ compromise wee si oke ya compromise ya ọ bụzi otu gị na ahụ ga-erepresent ọnwụ icheghị na ọ ga-aka m otu unu batara fil na-enwe ka otu dị onye ahazie ha karịa ịwapụtazi n'etiti na-ekewa ọfụma ajụkwa m nwanne ya nwoke ajụjụ a njikwa ya si ya na ụmụnne ya na-emebi ihe na ọmakwa ihe ụmụnne ya na-eme na ụmụnne ya na-emebi ihe na ịmara na okwu bịa ọ na-ede ka kerozin enweghị onye ụjọ ga-ekwepụta mbụ ọ na-ede ọ dịgidede ihe ahụ mgbe ọ ga-eshezi oshi nsị a na ihe ụmụnne gị ga-eme ga-enutu nke nsị anya na-ewazi ike tata emasị na Igbo anaghị enweghị eze Igbo ọdachi Igbo enyi ha inwekwa ike ịpụta okwu a na-asụ iwu onye isi Igbo gburugburu enweghị ga-atụkwa gị n'akwa enweghị ga-atụ gị ihe mana mgbe maka na ya amaghị Igbo nke iwu gburugburu ya ọ mgbe igbozi okwu ama ndị ga-asa gị na nwanne na nsị ya na ọnọdụ gị ugbu a na-abụkwa Igbo ọ bụrụ ezinụlọ gị na ị na-ede ede bụ Igbo na ndị ha adịghị ya na-afụtazi hazi ihe ezinụlọ nsị ya nna m ịdịgokwa nnukwu arụ kịta ụmụnne gị ama mkpụkpụ ihe dị na gị ịwụzi prọpati ndị Igbo kịtara ya ka ị hụrụ eze eri ji hapụga nwoke ahụ adapụ apụ enyi ha ahụ mụ nwa na ebe a wee very private person na-emere onwe m ihe mana ọ maka gị ka m na-eji hapụga be m na-agbagharị onye ọbụla na-agbagharị ọwụ maka Igbo ị ga-agwa ụmụnne gị ka ha ga-enyere gị aka dịka ụmụnne mana ha nọcha dịka ha nwere ọtọriti olu ikwu okwu na-represent ndị otu gị ọ ha na-agbachapụzi otu a gbachapụ ọhụrụ ha nọ n'isi maka na ịwụ nwanne ha ọ ga-emebiri gị ihe nsị were ụwazi ike ma na-enwekwe ụwazi ike na-etu a dịka nke wụkwa onye otu ya na lee ebe ọ nọ nsị ya ịma ihe Igbo ji eso gị ọsị m mba nsị ya integrity Igbo kwetere na integrity gị ka kwụ ọtọ na ịgwala anyị na anyị na-anụ olu gị mgbe ị na-eti mkpu akpa ị gaa na kọt ise na ị gaghị esi ebe a pụta they needed that. The same of Papa Soto Giboni, no man, Sokoto please now. One guy out all day. One nigga want them or one nigga one now, now, here now. You will push what they do one again like I said.
You see, this woman, in as much as I respect her in something she's doing, but I know that she doesn't know a lot of things. There are so many things that she's not aware of. And some of this information she's passing I am trying to put things together to understand where she's coming from. She started from the fact of trying to prove that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not working from her. Mazi Nanakan told her that they only told Mazi Simon Ekpa to broadcast. You see, this constant of drag of Mazi Simon Ekpa into issues, and Mazi Nanakan said that Mazi Nanakan did not say, will not work. Those of us that followed Mazi Nanakan closely, followed Mazi Simon Ekpa closely, we know what we are doing and whom we stand with. And we know the relationship between Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nanakan. And there is no amount of information you will go and bring to Mazi Nanakan to discourage the followers of Mazi Simon Ekpa. It's a waste of time. And I thank God when she was speaking, she said that Mazi Nanakan told her that many of the so-called DOS have been compromised. You see, don't mix it up. Mazi Nanakan created the DOS. There is no doubt about it. Mazi Nanakan created the IPOB. But from her statement, she actually agreed with what we are saying, that the DOS are compromised. DOS are compromised, and that is why they are not in charge today. That is why even him, Mazi Nanakan, is not working with them. From what she explained, Mazi Nanakan is not working with them. In the side of the brothers of Mazi Nanakan, we know their own problem also that she's just talking about. But the area I'm trying to point out, anybody trying to drag Mazi Simon Ekpa in what he's doing, Mazi Simon Ekpa did everything he could do to protect Mazi Nanakan and also to protect Biafra land and to get Biafra. Getting Biafra is not a child's play. Getting Biafra is not by noise-making, propaganda, or talking or shouting. Getting Biafra entails a lot of things. There are so many things you need to put in place for you to get a country. It is not just by protesting, by shouting, by talking. No. There are some diplomatic moves you need to make. There are some critical documents you need to have. Mazi Simon Ekpa made that move and put all those things in place. I know that Mazi Nanakan, where he is, he has limited information. And Mazi Nanakan is a very intelligent man. We saw all the time while he was in detention. He has every opportunity to speak directly to Mazi Simon Ekpa or call his name, but he never did. He never did. Even there was a video where somebody was asking about Mazi Simon Ekpa and he shunned the person and never talked about it. There was even a time he gave an order that nobody should attack what Mazi Simon Ekpa was doing. So this issue of Mazi Nanakan and the general of Biafra is bigger than this woman. And Mazi Nanakan, there are so many informations that he cannot share with anybody. So when you hear this woman talking about Mazi Simon Ekpa, relationship with Mazi Nanakan, that Mazi Nanakan said that he only told him to broadcast. And when he broadcast and began to change it, that he knew that he has fallen out. So this thing, information they are bringing and saying that it is DOS, at the same time say that Mazi Nanakan told her that DOS has compromised. Then she went further to talk about the Avid, that Avid are now in front, and asking him that the Avid is not putting themselves at the middle, creating problem, and the problem is Mazi Nanakan. So I am trying to understand the direction that she wants to go, or what she's trying to create. The indigenous people of Biafra is every one of us. Whichever group you belong, whatever you can do to get Biafra is our responsibility. And we will continue to do so. Let us continue to listen to her and hear what she's saying.
I get with the text. Maybe on our family. Maybe I want to have with commitment more. nya dọọ nwanne ya nwoke a na-akpọ Emmanuel aka na ntị o ji afa gị anụ ego ọ pụtara ihe ị gwara ya ekwuru ya ọ pụta gị mana ọ pụta gị ihe na-ekpe nsị a na ọ na-ekwu n'okpuru ọ ga-adọta gị maka ndị iro nọ n'akụkụ na-achọ ihe a ga-eweta ndị niile adịghị ego a na-ete rekọd ụfọdụ ga na-ete ihe a na-ete anụna m ọtụtụ ịmana akpịrị mana otu m nọchi enweghị onye na-ada akpọ m in fact enwere ụtụtụ ihe a na-agwa m agbachazie gị iwere uche ọ sị m si eziokwu na nga ha sị gị nekwa mana ọnọdụ ịchọ ka ise ebe a na-apụta na ị ga-aha ndụ ihe chere gị n'ihu ịgwa ha lakwue imerụ ọnụ gwa ndị Igbo onye a ga na-eto na onye a ga na-enye ego kwụsị onye ọbụla ịdị na-ewere ego na-enye enye ahụ isi ọwụ DOS gwa ndị mmadụ ha ji iwe ego ebe ahụ a ga-eji ete mgbe ị bara na nga mbụ anyị ahụkwa ụmụnne ka ọkwa ndị otu ga ka Igbo na-eso iji nwee ofe atụ enweghị ihe a na-ezozi ije aha anyị gara nwa onye wetara ike enwere ọtụtụ platfọm akpọbata amụta a na-atụ ego a na-achọ ndị anyị na-ata Nnamdị Kanu a na-atụ ego sị mba mkpọ nwanne nke n'obodo Igbo si ya no ị nwere anọkata ụgbọ n'ofu onye asị ka e na-eji ego kwọ ndị mmadụ gafe onye ndị be anyị na-egwu wayo ụgba ka ndị na-agba mbọ ịhụrụ ndị be anyị n'obodo oyibo na-egwu kandụ ka ndị kwere ahịa ụmụ anyị nwoke anyị ndị nọ n'obodo a na-egwucha ndụ ka ndị kwere ahịa and ịmara na ihe dị na 419 ha bụ ihe ọbụla ọ dị ka soshal midia ihe ọbụla enwere ike iji cheta kọntent ihe were ekiri eta so anything nọ ha nwere ike ịkọmpat were ya gwuo wayo ha were ya gwuo Nnamdị Kanu wụ the hottest person nwere ike iji kọpụta mmadụ ego kịta ụnụ ga-apịchi oche a na-eme onye nọkata make a statement ya asa na-eweta ego weta ego a ga-enye ya a ga-asọ na saa weta ego ka sta seke ise ego atụrụ one period weta ego ka sta bụ si ma lụọ ya ha nke a na-agbalụ ejimakọ ihe ha ji emewa nọkata na-akwụ n'ime ọganaiz this guy nọ na adịntọ na ha achọ ka ọ pụta ha achọghị ka ọ pụta onye a nọ na ha jọs na-akpọgbu onye ahụ na-akpọ onye asị ma politishan asụ onye alebe ihe a na-eme ebute ego abịa alebe a na-eme ebute ego n'aha ya mgbe ebe nwanne ya nke n'obodo e nwere ihe a ịfadụ ya nweta ike ime onye a maka ndị Igbo ihe a na-eji nwe ndị a na-enyefe ụlọ ego a na-eche ka ọ pụta ihe ka ndị Igbo gbanyere nwa amadi azụ ihe ka jikwa ihe ahụ na anyị ka na-ekwu mmadụ dịka eze ịga nnukwu ihe ka ọ bụ ndị ọchịchị ga-ama na Igbo uche anyị ka bịa mmadụ dịka mịpụta na-akpagharị kpochi na-ekwu ha ga-ama na uche anyị ka bịa ọ dịka mmadụ pụta ka na-emegharị ahụ ndị niile a na-emegharị ahụ achọpụtazie na ọ dịka ọ ghọọla ahịa ezinụlọ onye ọbụla lakpọ obi ewu so nke na obodo ka nna bụfe anyị aga ije dọọ nwanne gị nwoke nke na-ebe aka na ntị na nke nwaanyị ọkachasị otu o ji agbakasị ndị mmadụ akparịrị agwara m ya macha nwanne gị ma ya na-akparị ndị mmadụ ịma nwanne ya nwaanyị nke anyị na ya nọ ebe a ọ na m bịara ebe a hapụ ihe m na-eme maka ọdịmma ezinụlọ m na Igbo ọ bụrụ onye ọfụrụ ebe ọ dị aka onye ahụ na-abịa ahịa ego ma ọ na-achọ fevọ ndị ya na ụgbọ na-enwe fevọ enwetagoji n'aka anyị na-etinye ndụ anyị chika onye ọbụla ma ọnọdụ Madam Pinto tata na ihe ọbụla nwere ike ime n'ihi gị na otu nchịchị igoro isi so biko wepụpụ ezinụlọ gị ịsọ DOS concentrate ịgwa anyị etinye isi ebe onye tinye ego ọkawa onye ya ndị a enwetụdata etizi ego ahụ enwe ya aka gị a ga-ama nwe onye ya ejide n'aka so that onye ọbụla na-agazi esi n'azụ ha maka enye gị ego a apụta gwa ndị Igbo okwu nwanne apụta gwa ndị Igbo okwu ndị Igbo na-ege maka na ọnwa nne onye apụta ọgwa lọya pụta ọgwa ndị Igbo a na-eji adịdị wote ha ji anụ anyị ma bịa mana ndị mbụ na-eshi ọnwụ na-ekwu usiwu ndị DOS a kemgbe ihe adịdị na ha wawu ndị bụtọtụ ekwu Simon Ekpa ọdịcha ha na ọ bụrụ nke ịmakọ nne gị ma ọ nne gị makọ ọha wawu dị IPOP ịma Simon Ekpa oji
And you forgot, John Gukuo that Mazin Nanikano they have compromised. Mazin Nanikano told you that they have compromised. Why are you blowing the trumpet? Mazin Nanikano told you that they have compromised. You see, I don't know what, as time goes on, we are going to find out the mission of this man.
Government. So nda ji ku ike mba ko na-ekwu ha blackmail ze ịma ihe ndị mmadụ ji na-ekwu na ha nwa ji na-ekwu na gọọmenti youth ga ha wo ha na blackmail ze ha nwa zi IPOB a na-achọ adịghị ha ga-ekwuzie ikle acha ha wanted IPOB kwuo Simon ekwu ke ya mgbe na ọta na-eme wee kwesị asị na ihe a eruola ego mpụta maka ndị ụlọ alụcha n'ọgụgụ a na ndị Amerịka na-ekwu a na-akụ n'ọnụ ndị ala akarịala ga-ade leta submit karịa ụmụ ya na-anwụ nsị a maazị ndị mmadụ anwụkwala n'ihe a ọnwụ na oge igwe ọnwụ nukwuru nwa bụla ọgbọ nneka ga-eji blueprint emege n'ụlọ mana mmadụ anwụọna ịnọzikwa at the point of no going back. Nke ụbọchị ike ka mma o mechara nke ya narị ego gara ụlọ lakpuo nke gị wee pụtara pụta mmadụ anwụọ ihe ọbụla ndị bụ megide mmadụ anwụọ nne gị na nna gị anwụọ ndị mmadụ nwere ike ịsọ nne gị na nna gị ma ndị ụmụ ha ma ndị ọwụ gị igwe waịpụ mana ọ dị strọgụl nya anyọsi n'etiti mmiri agaghị alawa azụ mana ị ga-akpachara anya na ndị nọ gị n'akụkụ ma iwepụ ha kwụọ otu kọwara gị nsogbu adịghị ije anyị bịawu mmadụ ka a kpọrọ asị ya na achọrọ ịkpọta ndị mmadụ onye were atụ onye Igbo nweta ego na nke ezi ọ sị m na m ga-esokwu na enwe ya m ga-aji anyị na-eme mọda tọnde na ndị ma ihe anyị na-eme ndị na-eto ha anyị gaji asị m atụ m na na-agị si oke m zara ibu na m na-akpali ya asị m tụnye ha nye m aja ekere ekwentị onye na-eme ahazi ya mkpọ nwetụ nwere sị m eziokwu na a na-ahazi enye ihe ahụ Tuesday m na-akpọzi ọ na-eme oteme na-emesi ya biko eji m ego m ji agbakwa tiketi ọwụ nọ adị m ekweghị ekwe mana maka na eze si ya ndị enyi asị ndị eze a na-ahazi ndị eze amana m na ọ ga-adị ka ọ ga-akwa ike ugwu ma ama m gburu ego mgbara achọghị m pịtọpụtọpụta imetụ m n'ala a na-ekwu ihe a asị ndị eze emesa ha ga-aga aja wee msị ya nke ọ na-ewetara ego ọzọ ka iji ụdị arrangement dị ha o wee wụrụ na onye a wetara ego enye nwanne maazị Mbema ndị niile ọ kwesịrị ịhazi bụ ndị sị ha nwe ha ga unfortunately then ọzọ ndị onye nke haziri na mmụnwa ekwesịrị ndị eze kwesịrị iji ije kwesịrị iri gị ọsọ nsọ esi dịgasịrị iche mgbe chọpagide datman chụpụ ya ekwepụrụ m ekwepụ sị ọ na-aga eji ihe a na nwa amadi anọ na-ata nkwụ ndị dịka anyị kwesịrị ekwesị na ndị ọzọ nọ n'obodo oyibo na-ata nkwụ onye na-aga onye ga-eji eji egwu moto ya hara ọ dịza na organic thing IPOB wu an organic thing ọnwụ m dị memba ndị Igbo ewu dị memba na-enye aka eji ọnụ hiri nne bikos ọ dị organic onye enwede eziokwu na enwede esi Nnamdị Kanu mere advat so dị azụ n'otu ha onye nụ ọbanye onye chọrọ ịbanye so ọ dị iji nwụrụ na ọnwụ organic maka ịmonetize ha la the same people mee organic eso kwete chọrọ ego nke ha a ga-awere Igbo awere so mgbe anyị na-ekwuzi okwu ahụ ya sị m nye one example ebe ihe ego ka nsị anyị na-abịa n'ugwu a na and ihe dị onye working for the money not there the man na ọkọmago na ego ga-eweta 6 million 10 million ọkọmago na nsị anyị nwụ the reason why onye chi dị elete gị mee ya announce onye chi dị elete gị onye ga-eji ego moto na ọ na social media akụwa aka ọ dị mma were 100 naira data ya send ya ọ dị mma ndị ịhazie ihe nhazie ebe a ga-awụpụ ike ndị Igbo ga na-erute ifu na onye ga-eme ọ na-aga ya kpọrọ mmadụ 5 gbara ha ụgwọ ọgwụgwọ ọganik otu ka ọ dị sana na ego eji eme nke a enweghị ike iselebe ihe a ga-eme ugbu a na ọnwụ na ihe niile na-aga through that your DOS adịghị ka akọ ọgbachi ha kwara selebe ihe a ga-eme before ịmara ihe na-eme
in the campaign for DOS
and
Even when Mazin Nande can go and deal is a compromise. Now it is clear the people that are sponsoring you, madam. It is very clear the people that are sponsoring you. This your sudden campaign for DOS, everything DOS. It's a pity. And that is one thing with our people. Just when you think that they know what they're doing, they will show you their true color. When you think, look at somebody who is here, Obuduzu, Kuwana, Mazin Nande Kanogwaria, Ogonajia, why God these people are compromised. They are compromised. But all this in order who was blowing trumpets for DOS. Why not just say Mazin Nande can create an organization, give an instruction on where instruction will be given or where money will be donated. Give instruction on where money will be donated. This blowing of trumpet for DOS that she doesn't even know anything that happened. That is the funniest thing. She did not know what has transpired because she's not part of the struggle. But those of us that were here, we saw everything that happened. We saw the drama. We saw everything that happened, even from the kidnapping of Mazin Nandika. She's not aware. When did she start talking about Mazin Nandika? Which time she began to talk about Mazin Nandika? Which time? So she's talking out of inexperience with if you know DOS, this DOS, they are very fond of when they see somebody who is talking, they will just bombard you, rush you, and give you false. That is how they went and met the other lady in Canada. After Mazi Simon Ekpa has sent even message using the government to stand for her, they went to the back and they went and destroyed Mazi Simon Ekpa image to that girl in Canada, that lady in Canada. That's what they did. That is what they are good at, propaganda, destruction of people's name. She doesn't know what she's doing. So when she is talking here, it is a pity. It is a pity. Lord Neka, I wish you can be able to listen to people that knows what has been going on. I wish you can. I'm not telling you to join IPOB. Don't campaign for any group. Don't join any group. If you are sympathizing with the Biafran people, the Igbo people, especially, if you are sympathizing with him, give a direction. Don't get yourself involved in this campaign for DOS or whatever. Because when it will happen, I will be here. We have been here for many decades. And I will still be here to see when it will backfire on you.
And then I should not put down that woman and come again. Then do Tajana, a cage. A cold tap, you move. Then no. Or some, the person. Yes, and people. Number one, would not do soon do to have one to DOS. But I don't keep what I have. Or say, you are moving.
This guy is fun. You are very funny. You want to You see, you don't know them. You don't know who they are. You don't know them. You don't know their qualification. You don't even know how they operate. And you are blowing a trumpet for them. You cannot deceive any Biafra because we that are here, everybody that followed Mazen Nandekano knows the story that goes with Mazen Nandekano. How he was kidnapped. What brought about Mazen Simon Ekpa? What led to Mazen Simon Ekpa standing on his own? Those questions are questions you can never, ever get at. You will never know what transpired. Even Mazen Nandekano himself knows. Mazen Nandekano, when they go there, the way they bombard him with wrong information and all that, what they tell him is what he's going to take. So this is why you ran to Sokoto. This is the only reason why you went to Sokoto, to go and gossip, to go and begin to. You are even creating more problems to Mazen Nandekano, and you don't know. This campaign you're making is you're creating a great problem to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sorry to say that. I never believed that this woman will go through this. You know, when she talks, each time when she talks, I thought that maybe she was just speaking liberally based on what she knows. Why don't you limit your argument and your thought based on little things that you know? Or dig deep as a journalist that you are. You think you can be able to run around? Yeah? Sorry.
Now, so you walk let's hear. One play, then you know your play. Yeah, let's hear. Then it was an arrangement or chicken, and we are working on here. Now, who might take out where? Some more time, number. Let him number more time. Publish number on your city. Sokoto airport. When you get to you, she said, oh, yeah, I want to be sick. That man will find gentleman. What was in a very well organized. I said, when they were, I said, I want to go to Seattle. When you were able to go. We are here. When one day you want Yalawa. When one day was Yalawa, you will let the Nigeria I put under the name of the king. So that any land is because I have one leg had an entitled to some extent. So that you go shower, those and they won't go to Yabun DOS. One, Simon later. He won't get where he goes, he was, and what that
you see, when they put, where did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell Mazi Samuel to stop? Where? You see, these people, it is very easy for them to come online and lie. We have been in this struggle before ever this woman began to think of even remembering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We knew the drama and everything that transpired. We've seen everything. And somebody will just come out from one angle and begin to tell us one cock and bull story. Then you can only convince those who started yesterday. As for DOS is gone and gone for good. Even within themselves, among themselves, they know that they are gone. You don't even know their name. You don't even know whom they are. The funniest thing, this woman doesn't even know whom they are. She doesn't even know their names. And you are here blowing a trumpet for something you don't know. Oh, it is a shame. But I don't blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of where he is with limited information. That is what it will be. And the only thing that created all this is because of the absence of Mazi Samuel. If Mazi Samuel has been here, all this nonsense will not be happening. It should not be happening. Because even from the beginning, this person is talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the lawyers. We are relating to Mazi Samuel before. But all of a sudden, you want to now grab the. She condemned the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She condemned the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She condemned Mazi Samuel, and she's blowing a trumpet for DOS. Even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told her, oh, John, you're weird, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that the DOS has compromised. That they have compromised. That is why he said to choose Avid. She mentioned it here. Even when they were making donations for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was Avid Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned. He didn't call anything DOS. IPOB is the organization that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established. The sentence he's serving today is under IPOB. He cannot choose any other title apart from that. It is not possible. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you ask him that question a million times, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell you it's IPOB. And every one of us, we are members of IPOB. We are all members of IPOB. There is nothing confusing about the situation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention, we know that he has limited information. And there's no point bombarding him with all this nonsense, all this chaos that you are creating. You are just creating chaos for yourself. Which we do. You better prepare yourself and brace yourself for what is coming. brace yourself for what is coming.
Sponsor, when I can get on the sponsor, ticket, or I had to go to Aquala, one name the Calo, plus sending and cigarette down the Calo. I say, it's in your personally, non Abra one yam for support. In here, but no one has again, when he has him, no one I will in her. So, no, naturally. So, you expected for this. That's be organized. Otherwise, how will I to this thing? It is a big. So, I get demand the guy has share. So that the guy, you know, happy pay with them. My boss is too nice to turn that ways.
This woman is just mentioning DOS. Do you know who are those DOS? That is, you see, this woman, you just come you just come online and you begin to talk. These people you are endorsing, do you know them? She don't even know any single one of them, not even their name. She hasn't seen them. She doesn't know their qualification. She doesn't even know where they have been. I don't know what gave her the audacity, the impetus to begin to think you can just come and announce such kind of nonsense and people will now just follow you and begin to do what you say. If the issue of giving something to Mazen Dankan directly or visiting him is a good information, give the number, people call and make it. But for you to begin to try to drag Biafrans into going to DOS or whatever, you don't know what you are doing. You don't know the people you are campaigning for. I still remember at the beginning of this message, you said Mazen Dankan told you that they have compromised. You don't even know who they're even their leader, the person they call the HOD, you don't know him. You don't know what he has done. Then people who knows them, who have seen them and work with them are talking, and you come and begin to blab. Oh, it's a shame. I don't believe that this woman will go to this level. Sokoto prison, a prison of salt. Alanso. No, yes, so good to look at. Come on, I protest because every weekend, the Macano weekend, that I was weekend, only men of Sokoto correctional prison, Alanso. At least, at least every weekend I got 100 I have support. What's that about? Yes. And do you hear what? In my MS tattoo, friend out of MS tattoo. Here, by the time I do say the Sokoto prison, the government is the whole Sokoto. Nanda, so good. Mandi governor, I got that's the least you can do. He was a big man. He got to them and he was a big man. To bear the throne. What all was an African outlier? Oh, I can't know only little. On our grandpa, Napota. Tell a man of 5 about 100 kids. I ain't a human near. He was saying, you don't need to pack.
It's one do as one. Yeah, how may pay in for it, so that all that time for their account. But one have an account. I never did account problem now. Account to question here. Can you here? On calculated with a voice and the people 90.3 FM. Abramuda was on YouTube. Abramuda.
You see, it is a pity. It is a pity that this woman has just missed it. She missed it. But I will pardon her because she knows not what she's doing. She doesn't know what she's doing. When did she start engaging in this agitation or Mazen Nandikan issue? Just some few, I don't know whether it's up to a year or two, that she began to engage in this issue of Mazen Nandikan. So I don't blame her, but I believe she will learn her lesson very soon. Very, very soon. This same mouth she came to this studio to talk, she will see that same mouth to run away from this nonsense that she just came here to spill. When we talk about the political affiliation of some of these people, that they don't have genuine love. They don't have genuine love for the coming of Biafra. All these things are P2B supporters, and they are trying to acquire. You see, she brought in the issue of protest, don't protest, you should make Sokoto a pilgrimage. You see, we try to read every single thing she says, but I will pardon her. I will pardon her, as I said, I don't have to get in fight with any Biafran, whoever you are, however you want to do it. But Biafrans, you must not be deceived. You must not be deceived. As for visiting Mazen Nandekano, that's a good idea. Anybody that wants to visit, make the call when the number is available, go there, visit. If you want to give anything, you give direct from there, hear from Mazen Nandekano directly. But anything to DOS is just like pouring water in a stone. Anything you hand over to DOS is just like throwing it away. We know them. This woman doesn't know who they are. She doesn't even know the people that are called these DOS. She doesn't know how many they are. She doesn't know. And I don't blame Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano cannot be in detention and be forming other organizations. He just said what he formed. He formed the DOS. He did. He put them in place. One of the order that Mazen Nandekano gave was when he told DOS, do not attack Mazen Samuel or whatever he does. It was a direct instruction from Mazen Nandekano, which was delivered. At a point in time, Mazen Samuel took charge of the lawyers and everything of like had to do with Mazen Nandekano. Yeah. So it is very pitiable. It's a pity. It's a pity, but I believe that with time, all this nonsense is going to be corrected, and we will have to get to where we will get to and be who we are supposed to be, because we cannot continue in this kind of absolute rubbish every time. Continue to listen to some idiotic statements and all that. We can't continue to do that. Let us listen to another portion. I think we are done with that. Let us go to another video from their conventional media and hear what they got to say.
We also have the exciting barrister, that is the barrister, public affairs analyst. Good morning, barrister. Good morning, Nicola, Jane, and Moses. All right. Barrister, let me start with you. Have you remember the Charles rally to commemorate the January 2017 massacre of members? You know, we recall that year, that's about 8 years ago, you know, when they were holding a rally to commemorate, in fact, to rejoice with President Donald Trump, you know, for his electoral victory and already. And all of a sudden, and fought Nigerian security operations. And 7 years later, they are commemorating that day. What was their reaction to events of that day and events that have happened in the past 5 years regarding the idol itself, the trial of the IDEOLOgy in Africa, and how the Nigerian state, you know, has treated spans more than 25 years. In fact, as a matter of fact, a lot of people believe that look, the issues that gave rise to the agitation or the issues that gave rise to the civil war have not been addressed up until this moment, and that they are widening and deepening and even going beyond the Southeast region and other states, other results of situation. Let's have your broad reaction to events as they are captured.
Yes, the development is a welcome one because the IPOB members, what they have been talking about, have now come to realization. Most Nigerians did not understand what these guys were up to before. All the things they said about Nigeria is what you are seeing today. The thing is that you cannot live in denial for too long. With this peaceful rally and all that, Donald Trump should be made aware of all these things. They should articulate all these things and then make sure that he gets the attention of Donald Trump, because in his first coming as a US president, that was when this thing happened. And now he has come back, and the issues are still there, and these guys are being persecuted. So Donald Trump will be made aware, and the Nigerian states, in fact, I should say that it is a shame on them, because what these guys stood for, what they have been talking about, is what the same Donald Trump has come to address in Nigeria. You can imagine. Is it not irony that the same man they were commemorating his inauguration and all that is the person that has come to save Nigeria? So on that score, the Nigerian state should carry the shame and recognize these guys for what they were talking about. If they had listened to them, maybe Donald Trump would have come.
Okay, now, sir, so talking about informing Donald Trump of the development of what happened in 2017 and what happened in and the fact that you are saying, look, if they had listened to Donald Trump,
exactly.
Now, it's going to be at a major topic of discussion that you will be available. So I don't want you to rush into it. Wouldn't it also give the question, like the federal government said, that look, the idea, of Trump coming to Nigeria was initiated by both Biafra groups. IPOB, that they are the ones that are making the issue of Christian genocide come prominent in the United States of America, especially the Trump administration of President. So wouldn't it, as a matter of fact, fine, this thinking that this are the
fine. See, what they did, is this for the good of Nigeria or for the bad of Nigeria? Don't tell me. If the idea came from them, the federal government should congratulate them, because that is the national service they do. What the federal government will not do, IPOB members or people invited Donald Trump to come and do it. So why are they not attacking Donald Trump? If what he came to do here was not in the interest of Nigeria, why should they not own up? In fact, they should be praising themselves that they have done the national duty for Nigeria.
Yes.
IPOB members, when they are thinking of being responsible for Donald Trump, beat your chest and say, yes, we thank God we did it. Yes. That is what they refuse to do. They now invited somebody who came to do it. And let me tell you, remember they have proscribed IPOB as a terrorist organization. So if actually they were terrorist organization, would Donald Trump have listened to them? All this is a shame on the federal government. A group that should recognize for who they are, what they represent. You are not demonizing them, glorifying them. But elsewhere, outside here, they are recognized. So, if they accuse you that you are the one that brought them, beat your chest and say, yes, we did it. And it came for the good of Nigeria.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's bring Mr. Somi Oranta into this conversation. Mr. Oranta, how do you react to this rally, where IPOB elements, members of IPOB, are commemorating the massacre of their members? Is it something that should be encouraged, or is it going to bring back bad feelings? Is it going to generate some kind of, animosity once again between it and the Nigerian state? Especially when we hear, according to Barrister, that IPOB has been described. So we also hear, advocating when the case is in appeal. So presently, so is it going to kind of this commemoration that they did? How do you think that the federal government will react?
to it? Well, in the first instance, as a nation, we must be able to value friends, brothers and sisters. You cannot tell them not to, remember or commemorate the loss, the pains, and all that, because they are the ones that feel the pain. But I also want to thank the Nigerian government and the armed forces for not once again, attacking IPOB members, because that could have led to other fatalities as well. Because you will recall that IPOB they were never violent prone until the government of Buhari radicalized them. So, but the fact that they decided to commemorate, the situation of what happened, how they lost their members during that issue with issue with the federal government authorities, I think I am glad that nothing happened. Because actually the military men will get trigger happy.
Do you think that the federal government has fed out now because of probably Trump is involved and because of what Trump has done in recent times, talking about Sokoto?
You can't rule it out. You can't rule it out because, there is an organization in the US that have there's an app where they are recording everything on its own, recording every killing that occur in Nigeria. Every killing. Even the ones government refuse to admit, the ones they try to hide or compel people not to underreport it, they are recording these whole things. So I think that might have played a role because for the IPOB members to come out and to do that protest, it cannot. I'm happy that there was no issue, after it.
Okay, Barrister, legally speaking, what do you think is IPOB's real motive for fighting or clamoring for Nnamdi Kanu's release? Is it violation of his rights, or do you think it's because of political persecution?
Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. From what we are seeing today and what is happening, there are those who did worse things than Nnamdi Kanu. It's on record. Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. Seriously. His right and everything was flagrantly disobeyed. The man who was so ebullient, who was so happy to go and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, is now facing the same thing that they are accusing Nnamdi Kanu of.
Yes, exactly.
Can you just imagine this poetic irony, poetic irony in life? You can see whatever you sow, you reap.
Yes.
If somebody has told you, man, that you go through this thing one day, you wouldn't have believed it. The very man who was presented Nnamdi Kanu said kidnap and all that. Even when the court said you should go, that Nnamdi Kanu, man insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must be brought back and face some criminal charges.
Yeah.
The same thing EFCC did today. When he left the court, they arrested him on the court immediately and took him back to prison. So that is how life is. So with all this development, the whole world can now see that Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. All the things he was saying, nobody said that it is wrong, but no, it's not true, it's not happening though. Is it not the same thing that you are witnessing today? Imagine if the federal government have called these people, like they've been dialoguing with Tozu Bello and other terrorists. If they have called that government, say, come, my people, come, what is wrong? What are you people talking about? What happened? For a dialogue. Maybe this thing would have died down. They will not give them the assurances and all that. And maybe they will say, like they did this protest yesterday. Did anybody die? Did they kill anybody? Were they carrying guns? That was exactly what they were doing. Before the federal government under Buhari started using guns to kill all of them.
Talking about the use of who said, there's been this education, this collaboration between the US government and Nigerian government in integrated. And Well, before the USA, before we started on our trade of having taken, there are certain things that we and we understand that one of them was the release of Sunday tax. So the farmer that was jailed by the state court in Adamawa, in Adamawa and Saraba, somewhere in the north, and the court was granted pardon as well. Do you think that release of Nam might at some point come to the table?
It's already on the table
Between the US government and Nigeria.
Okoro is already on the table. Whether the US will put their mouth or whether it's already on the table, not the Caliphate must be the least. Because it is obvious that that man was wrongly jailed. From these terrorists that are working all over the place, I want to. The actually that is on the table already. At the point, it will come up.
But for now, it doesn't come up.
It's already here. Discussions are going on. The government
already on.
Hold on, I told you now that discussion is going on behind closed doors. It's not something that we don't wake up and
US government and
No. Nigerian government has some people leaders.
Okay. Yeah, my direct question is, do you think that at some point, it might be on the table? US will say, look, we need you to do this.
I said it is already on the table. We know that both Nigerian government and the US government is there. It's part of it because the Igbo leaders of course and some other concerns are already talking about it, but it's behind closed doors. Until that discussion is concluded, we are still talking about it. We are still raising that issue. Because we are now seeing that yes, from all indication, this man was wrongly jailed. Because people have done worse things. Mr. Okoro, some terrorists are occupying part of Nigeria in Sokoto and Plateau State, as I talk to you now. Two of us. The Islam they can take away any part of Nigeria and say this is Biafra land when he was agitating. Tell me. So people are occupying Nigerian territory, Nigerian land as I talk to you today. Who are those people? The Islam they can't go that far.
But right more, US House member was in Nigeria on a fact-finding mission. And he stepped in after.
Yeah.
And when he went back, he said, so over 600.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, since we went back, do you think that it's also on the table that American government might say, look, Nigerian government, if you want to show sincerity, if you want to show intentionality fighting this problem, these people must go back.
Exactly.
So I'm asking, do you think that
it must? It's not a matter of you think it must. Mr. Okoro, it must for Nigeria to get back on its tracks. Because you cannot have your citizens living in IDP camp and then you go to bed every night and sleep and wake up. And you swear to protect them. You don't even need US to tell you this. You don't need US. So are they going to live in IDP camp forever? No, tell me. The people of Kenya and Black, are they going to live in IDP camp forever?
Ask them.
What is the point?
My point is that this movie don't play. My direct question is, do you think that at some point I will make on the table on discussion between Nigerian government and US government?
I don't tell you that yes, it must. Do you need someone to tell you that? As a government, you need someone to even tell you that.
Don't mind him.
These are your Nigerian citizens. And I ask you again, are they going to live in Nigeria forever? Would they go back to their home? You don't need anybody to tell you to go and do the needful. More so, when the people occupying their villages and their homes are foreign terrorists.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Let's return Mr. Oromi to me right now. Mr. Ranta, I want you to tell us, do you think that the same question that I asked, but I want your reaction. Do you think that at the moment the release of Nnamdi might be on the table when government, Nigerian government and US government are holding collaborative discussions? Is there a possibility that they might just consider and say, look, you need to release this young man because he was wrongly there according to reliable information or that information that we have, or even according to evidence available to us?
I certainly cannot say specifically, but I suppose it should be on part of the discussion. I suppose it should, but I cannot say that because what the American government is trying to do is to ensure justice, equity, and fairness, especially to the downtrodden, to those who are being marginalized, in Nigeria. That's what they are trying to do. So, with what has happened to Nnamdi Kanu, certainly it was against the international law. It was against the principle of justice, equity, and fairness. Even though at the international level, those who are the superpower decide what is equitable, what is fair, and what is just. Understand? So that's where I see it. But if it's not already on the table, it will come to the table sometime. Yes.
Okay, as you round up this discussion, now, I would like for you, because I understand that you have to move on to other things. What's your concluding thought on this matter? And I would like for you to factor in the fact that, look, the agitation itself is still alive. People have people, so Biafra still saying, look, we didn't understand, we are still marginalized and all of that. How far do you think that it can drive this agitation?
The earlier APC government take away political sentiment out of this matter, the better. Because even if APC leads us to tomorrow, the next government will inherit this problem. So the earlier they release Nnamdi Kanu, the better. Let them stop calling political sentiment that within Nnamdi Kanu's release, we will not have our way in the south. You will be dominating the. What things are not is their secondary. The important thing is that Biafra land or whatever or IPOP is in the mind of people that are talking. These other people that have done worse things in Sokoto, what have we done to them?
That means it is gradually turning to Biafra agitator.
What Nnamdi Kanu was doing and what people have done so far, which one is better? It was the ability of people that made Donald Trump to come and bomb Nigeria. Did Nnamdi Kanu invite Donald Trump to come and bomb Nigeria? So you should be consistent in whatever you are doing. That is what I'm saying here. These people have done worse things that everybody can see. Yes, they have been pampered. They have been behaving as if it is their rights, But when I was agitating for what? Self-determination. Is that not because of the matter? Did they attack any village? Did they say that Muslims are convert to Christians because they can let out the agitation? No! A simple matter that is not recognized by the United Nations. That is why no other country in the whole world have seen IPOP as a terrorist organization, except the Buhari government. So what does that tell you? That is where injustice comes in. You pamper your people who have been killing and maiming and destroying people's land and property. You pamper them, you cover them. But one government who said no, what you are doing was not good. You want self-determination. You now tell him. Is that fair?
Okay, all right, then thank you very much, Barrister Adalite. I understand that but we still have these people here that for me to answer. We'll go for a short break, and when we return, Intersociety Activists in your time of 45 Christian to decide what they will do right now.
You have heard it. It's a very interesting one. Look at this message. Some of us can be very funny. Look at the message somebody wrote. Somebody wrote this message. I don't know whether the person is still there. William Onyeka. William Onyeka said, Mazi Chuks, you don't want to bring the video of your bestie, Lord Nekachimesi. I go why again. Some of our people and some of our Biafras can be very funny. Let me tell you, I have said this several times. You don't know my foundation. You don't know who I am or how I was brought up or how I deal with my own issues. I have told Biafrans many times that when you are listening to issues, listening with an open heart. Listening with an open heart. When you do something that is nice, I don't care under which umbrella you operate. I don't care who you are. I will applaud you. Applauding you at that moment does not mean that when you misbehave, I will continue to applaud you. That is one thing you should understand. And that is the difference between most of us and some of you in this struggle. For me, in everything I promote or anything I say on media, I say it based on my own personal verification, conviction. If I do not have that conviction, I cannot promote that. Like this, my brother that wrote this thing here now, say I should play the video of my bestie, Lolo Nekachimezi. Lolone Chimezie have done so many good works positively on the positive side most of the times. And sometimes she misses the line and crosses the other boundaries. In some occasions, she begins to support Peter Obi. She becomes so political. I understand that. I understand that. But in every nonsense, if you want to survive in this struggle, in every nonsense, try to pick the sense in it and throw away the nonsense. Regardless who said it, how he said it, who he support or who he does not support. Forget about this sentiment or this praise singing or this kind of limiting your understanding to one particular thing. Being over emotional. I don't get over emotional in the issue of Biafra. I don't get emotional. It's just like Mazen Nandekano. You will see some broadcasts where he praises the politicians. And he said it, that when you do good thing, I will praise you. The following morning you do bad thing, I will hammer you. We saw Mazen Nandekano praise, what do you call him, Aju Sokalo. Was begging for the rate of Aju, threatening Nigeria for the rate of Aju Sokalo when he was held. You saw Mazen Simon Ekpa was even giving warning to Nigerian government when they were attacking Peter Obi. He was warning Nigerian government when they were attacking Peter Obi. So it is not just about total hatred. Forget hatred. I don't hate anybody. I might dislike your opinion at that time, and I will focus on that opinion. When you are deviating, I will challenge you on that thing, that particular issue. If tomorrow you got back your senses and you begin to do things right, you do something that is nice, I will applaud you. I will promote it without even looking at anybody. That protest that was done, I know that the people that did that protest were the IPOB, the people that call themselves IPOB. But it was a positive thing. It has a great positive effect to what we are doing, to the cause of Biafra. I will not say because it is IPOB under DOS that I'm not going to promote it. Of course I will, because it has a positive effect. But at the same time, that does not mean that I will take my eyes away from the wickedness, the idiocy, stupidity, and recklessness of the DOS that doesn't exist. That is the difference between me and some of you that are listening. Like this brother that wrote this thing, I believe that he was here when Lolone Kachimizi was saying what she was saying. I disagree with every single thing she said there. I disagree with it. The only thing I picked from what she said is in terms of donation to Mazen Nandekano. If she had gone there to ask Mazen Nandekano, for people who want to donate directly to help you, where do they send the donation? Get somebody, nominate somebody who they can be able to be donating for, so that everybody will know that it is here. That is okay. Or you go there, you say, everybody, if you want to visit me, just take a flight, come, look at my visiting day, no need taking permission or giving money to anybody. Simple. But this issue of campaigning for the DOS that she doesn't know. You and I know that Lolo Nneka doesn't know the DOS. She doesn't know. Even in all that she was saying, she didn't mention any single name. She said it by her mouth that she didn't even know their name. She's not part of the system. When did Nneka came to this issue? It's not up to 2 years. It's not up to 2 years she came into the issue of Mazen Nneka. And as the day go by, you begin to see that everybody have their motive, they have their interests. And as I have always said in my program, that this world is working based on interest. The world, the way it operates, is based on interest. Even up to your family level, parents have their own interest. Wife and husband, each person have their own special interest. Your siblings, they have their own interest. In family, people have their different interests. So when people are speaking, try to listen. When you discover that their interest, if it doesn't go with your own interest, you cannot be able to, you won't go along with it, you reject it. The only thing that I care about is unity of purpose. Once you speak in a manner that unifies the Biafran people entirely, wherever they are, I am with you. With all this nonsense she's talking here, Mazen Nandekano cannot speak in the manner that she speaks. She just went there to push a different objective. And from all she's saying, She went there to promote the DOS. And in the process of her saying, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told her, she said it by herself, that most of the DOS are compromised. They have been compromised. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told her. And yet, you are there blowing trumpet for them. And you go to her to condemn Mazi Simon Ekpa and what he did, and a group of Mazi Simon Ekpa that you don't know anything about. You don't know how Mazi Simon Ekpa started with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The history of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you don't know. We were in the picture from day one. The instructions that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave, why he gave, and saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say he doesn't. Throughout the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was coming to court, thank God I am in the media. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never one day opened his mouth and mentioned Simon Ekpa, stop doing this or doing that. Never. She just went all board to destroy every other person. She attacked the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She attacked the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She attacked Mazi Simon Ekpa. And she put forward the DOS. Who are these DOS? She doesn't know them. Have you know? Do you know who is answering more powerful? And this boiled down to her support to Peter Obi, because the plan of the governors is to make IPOB a political pressure group. That is where she is going. To use IPOB as a political pressure group, which is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. Of course, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, he has limited information. It's only those that have access to go to him and talk to him that he will listen to, and he will understand what is going on. He will speak based on what he's been told. So only ignorant people will be confused with what this woman is saying. Only ignorant people. Only ignorant people. Would you look at this one? What's this person saying? He said, please, can you tell me why you people doesn't like Arewa, doesn't like Sharia? Okay, I'm going to respond to you. Sumar's channel, Sumar TV channel. Sumar TV channel, I have seen your question. You say, please, can you tell me why you people doesn't like Arewa, doesn't like Sharia? Let me start from Arewa. When it comes to Arewa, we do not have hatred for Arewa, which is the north. Arewa, which is the north. We don't hate Arewa. I personally, I lived in Arewa for more than 7 years. I lived in the north for more than 7 years. I don't hate the north. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, doesn't hate the north. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was paying lawyers to free Arewa people that were in detention. Even in Sokoto today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is hiring lawyers to stand for Arewa people in Sokoto. So when you begin to, that's one thing people don't understand. This is not about hatred of a tribe. It is not about tribal hatred. We don't hate Arewa. So if anybody is trying to tell you that maybe the Biafran people hate Arewa, no, we don't hate Arewa. We don't hate Arewa. Not at all. That is the misunderstanding some people have. Because we are calling for the disintegration of Nigeria doesn't mean we hate Arewa. The only reason we are calling for that is because what the British put in place is not working, because we were brought together without our own agreement on how to live. That is why we are calling for a breakup. After breaking up, if we want to come back together, later on, we can now come back together, write agreement based on what we want, we ourselves. So we don't hate Arewa. The only thing we are asking, our request is break up Nigeria according to value system. The Arewa value system is different from the Oduduwa value system. Oduduwa value system is different from Biafra value system. The Middle Belt have a different value system. Break these people up. Let them grow in their own space according to their own speed. At the end of the day, if they choose to form a union, the way you have European Union today, you have some other union, you have the West African whatever. If they later decide to have a name that will connect all of them together, if they want to run a name that will connect together, they will now come and sit on the red table and draft a constitution upon which they will unite together and run themselves. That is what we're asking. But when we say this thing, people misunderstand it as hatred. They think, well, we hate Arewa. We don't hate Arewa. It is not about hatred. So many of us have married Arewa. So many of us are doing business in Arewa. So many of us studying in Arewa. So many of us have friends in Arewa. So it is not just hatred for Arewa. No, it is not. Arewa is the North. We don't hate the North. We don't. The only people that are showing hatred to us is the Arewa themselves. So this question should be referred to Arewa. Ask them, why do they hate the Biafran people? And most time you ask this question, what do they tell you? They will tell you about the 1966 coup, of which one of their leader was killed. That is the reason they give you. They tell you that their leader was killed during the Civil War. And after telling you that leader was killed, they forgot that in the counter coup, they killed our general, the first general in Africa, Aguironsi, the very first general, British general, not a general by Nigeria, a British general that fought in World War. Aguironsi, the first and only general given by the British. They killed him. They murdered him in cold blood. They murdered him in cold blood. And yet, they pretend it didn't happen. But they will be very quick to tell you about Arewa this and Arewa that. So we don't hate them. We don't hate them. So when it comes to the issue of Sharia, you say, why Arewa and we doesn't like Sharia? How can we like Sharia? Sharia is not our culture. You're supposed to know who we are. We are Judeo-Christians. That is what we are in Biafra land. Judeo-Christians and traditionalists. And our tradition has nothing, resemblance, no nearness, nothing with Sharia. It is not that we hate Sharia. There are people that have that Sharia. They not cannot. It is their custom. They should practice it. You don't force it or not. So there's no way you can tell me to accept something that is alien to us. I don't know why it is difficult for people to understand. This is not about hatred. It has nothing to do with hatred. We are talking about value system here. It is not about hatred. We don't hate anybody. We do not in any way, anyone hate anybody. So I believe your question has been answered. So when they begin to preach, this is what your government and the caliphate push to you. The hate is in their blood. They are the one that throw the hate to us. Before you talk, they will tell you they are about civil war. Civil war they're talking about is the coup. The coup they're talking about was a revolution by young Nigerian officers, of Nigeria. They twisted it to use it against us for many, many, many years, and we never fought back. They came with counter coup and they killed thousands, up to civil war, millions. We never went for revenge. So how are we still the one hating? Instead, they are still the one chasing us and pushing us to the war. They are still the one holding us. And we say, let everybody go their separate ways. We can have a center, a place where all of us can meet if we choose to meet. You're having your Arewa and Sharia in the north is not a crime. It is not bad. Saudi Arabia have Sharia. We have Biafrans who are doing business in Saudi Arabia. We have Biafrans doing business in Iran. We have Biafrans doing business in Turkey. These are Islamic states. We have Biafrans in Dubai doing their business. So when you create your own Arewa and Sharia with people that want it, it does not stop us from coming there to do business if you want to. Even if we want to enter into any bilateral deal with you, we will sit down and discuss it and write the terms and conditions. That is all we're asking. Instead of leaving everybody in chaos. Some people will come and claim to dominate us. At the same time, they will accuse you of being domineering. The same people that are dominating you will be the first people to accuse you of being domineering. They say they are born to rule. In everything, I don't know how else to explain it for you to understand, but this is a very simple explanation that is there to bear. As for liking or hate, we don't hate anybody. We don't hate anybody. No matter what your religion is, no matter what your tribe is, we don't hate anybody. I hope you got it. You're welcome, my beloved brother Christian. Thank you so much.
This is pertinent question that I saw. I was like,
yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, I was like, I wish the guy could come, at least so that let there be some kind of dialogue or, should I say debate, whatever, because the two things, and you answered it quite rightfully, as a matter of fact. The thing is, he said, why do we hate Arewa? We don't hate nobody. And that is a fact. We're not saying it for fantasy's sake. No, that is a fact. You've just explained it. The coup was a revolutionary coup, okay? And it was targeted at people who they feel hold the country down, doesn't want the country to move forward, and that is also a fact. So, but they counter coup and start massacring innocent people that has nothing to do with it. And ever since then, so they have continued on this trajectory of hatred. The Igbo can do this, Igbo can do that. They put stumbling block everywhere. Now, so that is one area, that is one part. On the part of Sharia, you have also answered it because look, Sharia, we are not Muslims, so everybody knows that. How can you say why we don't like Sharia? Why would I like Sharia when I'm not a Muslim? Would you, if he is a Muslim, is he going to like my tradition? Is he going to like Christian ecclesiastic law or any of the Judaic thing? Because no, you will not. So why would you tell me why I don't like Sharia? And most importantly, why on earth would Sharia, by putting Sharia in Nigerian constitution, because it was mentioned in the constitution several times, by doing that, you have created destruction upon Nigeria, because you are not supposed to do that. We don't have Christian ecclesiastic law. We don't have none of these, whatever. So why would Sharia be there? You are the one, you set this fire on, okay? You can't turn around and blame people. You set it on. You should practice your Islam on your own. It's personal. Religion is a personal business. Go and practice it. We will practice our own. But don't go and put it in the constitution, because you don't have the right to do that. But by doing it, you people have already created hatred, demarcation, suppression, marginalization, and now it's burning. And you people, you want to come and say why you don't like Sharia. It doesn't make sense. So that you answered it, and it is what it is. Those who did what they did, sneakily put it in the constitution, they created all this, and they cannot lie about that. They created the problem. And if they say they will not remove it from the constitution, from every state, because if you want to be one country, people should be able to live everywhere they want, not live in the bush. People should be able to live anywhere they want and do their business. But that is not the case. You are doing Sharia, meaning that I can't do my business, but you can do your own business in my place, which is against my own survival. So, my dear, whoever it is that's asking that question, you need to go and look in the mirror. Yeah. Well, I think you are rounding up now, right?
Yeah, I'm rounding up. I didn't know whether you saw the video I played of Neka.
Well, as a matter of, because I'm still at all, but I'll be finishing a few minutes from now. No, so the thing is, I saw it from Biafra Super something. That guy, he does some good analysis. So he said something about that Neka. So, but I don't know what she said, what she did, where she went to, whether Nandi Kanu. But anybody can come and say Nandi Kanu said, we don't do that. We don't do that. We know Nandi Kanu, bro. We know him. Somebody come and tell me Nandi Kanu said that is your own. I don't care. We know where Nandi Kanu stand. And the Simon Ekpa and then Nandi Kanu, they are one and two. They are just, I am telling you, people can propagate whatever.
Nobody can explain what is between them.
Nobody.
Even said it. Mazi Samana said all the time he had a meeting with Mazi Nandekano, no single soul was there.
You know, this again, I don't want to like preempt because I don't know what Nega said, but I know also that if I have to like preempt, I think I know that she lives in the zoo, and not only he lives in the zoo, he lives in Southeast with those criminal governors, those impostors. So what could you expect? You know, these guys,
What you said now is the summary. She is trying to create a political pressure group with IPOP.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah. Well, it's possible they are working with, because look, the truth of the matter, bro, is that you cannot live in that zoo with these politicians. They have no conscience. If you don't work with them, right? Or if you don't pretend to be, it's so crafty what they do. I'm telling you the truth. All these Soludo, Uzodema, Umahi, and they have no conscience in them. And you know, Biafra is going to come and we overtake them all, not because they want to, but it's going to overtake them because these people, they've sworn to be the enemy. They are the enemy. You know how I always put it, very bluntly. They are the enemy. So, and these people, they are the ones who doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. You know that, bro. You know one thing. We've had all this news. Maybe you can say rumor that they tried to give Nnamdi Kanu vice president, minister. Oh yeah, well, this and that. Most people think it's a joke, bro. It's no joke. It's no joke.
Nnamdi Kanu cannot frame up something. He said it by himself. I have the video.
I'm hearing it. I'm getting information from people who are not even Biafra. That Buhari told Nnamdi Kanu, I will make you vice president. I will give you this. I will give Nnamdi Kanu. Say no. Jesus Christ. And then, so the question you ask yourself is, why was Buhari, why was the Caliphate willing to give him whatsoever to abandon Biafra? That is what people should be asking. There is something sinister about these people because they know that is one land that stands in their way of conquering the entire Nigeria and dipping the Quran into the Atlantic.
Absolutely.
And they are so committed, but thanks to Kabema, they will continue to fail. This is the thing. So it's not about hatred or love or whatever. It's about people being able to remain whom they are. You know, from the beginning, we allowed the Fulanis came into Nigeria. They are not indigenous people, but nobody troubled them because growing up, we lived with them, you know. But suddenly they came and cooked up this whole idea of taking over everywhere, and they opened the floodgate for all the Fulanis who are not Nigerian to flood into the country. Who does that? Like Yoruba will now open, say all the people who are Yorubas in Benin or whatever, all of them come into the country and begin to buy people in the spirit of supremacy so as to take over. I mean, that is crazy. All the brothers, all the Boku law again, except you explain what, but I don't know if there is time for that. We can do that hopefully tomorrow, you know. But I'm going to check garage for my car. So while I'm there, because I'm off, while I'm there, I might join you.
It's okay. Maybe tomorrow we'll deal with it because I just played the video. The video was done by, the program was done by VOP. I just played the video. She was saying about what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told her. You know the funny thing? In that same video, she said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that he only told Mazi Samanaga to broadcast. And
to do what?
Fell out of line, he told him
that he only told Mazi Samanaga to do what?
To broadcast and talk to Biafra because he has the voice, he has the skills to broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And that when Mazi Samanaga fall out, that he told Mazi Samanaga to stop. That was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him, but Mazi Samanaga refused to stop. He come to the side of IPOB. He asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this organization IPOB, are you not the one that, which one are you on this one? Why is it that you are the one that formed IPOB and you created the DOS? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say yes, he created the DOS. He said, okay, why is it that there are so many people that are working like this avid when it comes to money issue and other documents, avid are taking charge? Why is he not working with only the DOS? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him that DOS is compromised.
Oh, Master Truth. No, Gempty. Obodo ife ka okwu ka m sụọ n'Igbo. Udodi. Because na ịma na ọ ka nọ n'ime okwe wadano, eh? So Gempty. Obodo ife ka law kwu. Because of time constraint, I won't be able to. I'm not inside deeply, but Udodi, if I we can talk about it later. But I said, so call. Oh, the oputagodu, I am my about also all these things abroad. No. Onye no email channel. So Karapugodu Kawa. No, for Udodi. I didn't hear much, but the little no. It's enough. Udodi, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. I will round up now. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that impact. God bless you. So, my fellow Biafrans, I thank you all for joining us on this very evening section. We have been able to carry it up to 2 hours. Sometimes when you have some other important issues, you don't even know when you exceed the time. But wherever you are, I encourage you to continue to stand firm. The goal is Biafra. The goal is Biafra. That is the only goal that we have. It is not about any individual. It's not about any personality, not about any person. The purpose I am coming online morning and evening is Biafra. Your purpose for joining this program, liking the program and sharing it is Biafra. It is not for anybody. So don't get distracted. Whenever any Biafran speaks positively, something that is positive that can build us, support it. When that person speaks something that that will not add any value to us as Biafran, just discard it. Even me, if I say anything that will not add value to Biafra, discard it, including myself. You don't have to hate me, fight me, blow me, abuse me, curse me. No. Once you hear me say something and you feel that this thing I said now doesn't have anything to add to the struggle, discard it and move on. That is what I do myself. Whenever I see you say something, I will just overlook it and walk away. When you do that one time, that this one is that, this one you said is enter, I will carry it and run with it and promote it. That is what we should be doing. So I appreciate everyone of you that have done. Please, if you are not shared, like and share. We are going to be back again tomorrow. And tomorrow we have another blockbuster tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we are still going to visit this Neka message. We're still going to visit this Neka message from Mazin Nandekana tomorrow. We will still visit again tomorrow. So we are going to have a blockbuster tomorrow morning with some other videos that we're going to use. Please try to join us tomorrow so that we can be able to continue to preach God. It's a very critical time. The division of Nigeria is already. You heard when Darlington was saying it. Darlington says not maybe. He's not. Darlington has now become even a Biafra agitator more than you. Darlington have suddenly become a Biafra agitator more than most of us. So we need to be putting ourselves in place. Continue to speak positive. Focus. One goal, Biafra. Nothing else. Consistently, our demand. No changing. May Chukwu be my guide and protect all of us. Thank you so much for being part of the program. May Chukwu come again and protect our Supreme Master Nandekan and our Prime Minister Master Simon Edo. No weapon formed of fashion against us shall prosper. No weapon formed of fashion against our leaders. Master Nandekan and Master Simon shall prosper. Thank you so much for listening and see you again tomorrow morning. Stay blessed. Good night.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the sin
70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I tortured me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I tortured me, oh. Yeah, I remember that what I call a Sabrus Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. Oh, then the way Boniro, me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I day. Oh, we just all under us, man, I tell you what I am. Me never give up, me tell them
Heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be a part.
They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Keep them on the patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
they paid the debt.